Hello, everybody. It's James Knull here, CEO of Mogul Realty Group, and I am here with another edition of Tip Tuesday, where we discuss important things for our fellow industry members and realtors to know, and important things for various members of the real estate consumer public to know. Now, today, we're actually going to be talking about realtor stuff, and I've got one of the most exciting new realtors in Edmonton, Mr. Andrew Lonegren here. Now, his license is not quite activated yet, pretty darn close, a couple of days away, so I figured it was a great conversation. And Andrew's got such a cool and compelling story on where he started from and how he's gotten to real estate. So, Andrew, really nice to have you on Tip Tuesday.
Okay, thanks, James. Yeah, thanks. I really appreciate that. It sounds very nice. Some very kind words from you.
Oh, hey, happy to say them. You're a rock star, man. And, first thing I want to talk about is just your background, because you actually came from a military background. So maybe tell us a little bit about, first question I would have is, tell us about your military background and then how you made the decision to switch into real estate.
All right. So originally I'm from Kelowna, BC. And growing up there, I saw a lot of opportunities in business and real estate. However, it's very hard to sort of get in the market in Kelowna or from a place like that. It's hard to jump from, sort of being just an everyday Joe Schmo to being able to sort of dive headfirst into real estate and investing. So I ended up taking a one-way ticket out of Kelowna by the military. I saw it as a really great opportunity to be able to learn about myself, learn about the world, and collect a little bit of income in the process. I'm so sorry, James. The music's really loud.
I'll mute while I'm mute.
Yeah. Okay. So the journey in my military career has been ongoing. I've been in the military for it was just coming on 14 years when I transitioned out. And during my time there, just given the nature of the military, always moving around, always being busy, you're constantly thinking about sort of your future and sort of what's next, the steps for the future. So, looking into investments and becoming educated a little bit more as I sort of matured and grew up a little bit. I was able to take that leap into real estate and start investing in real estate. So to kind of bring things to transition into real estate, I was able to acquire sort of 3 properties during my time in the military, able to cash flow on 2 of them, and on the 3rd one here that I'm living in right now, obviously doing a little bit of house hacking and trying to elevate that potential for the future. And yeah, when I got enough resources and I had enough experience in the military, and sort of felt like taking it on my own and seeing if the grass is greener on the other side. That's when I decided to make the transition and, commit to something a little bit bigger and better, in my opinion. Oh, hang on, James. You're still muted there.
Oh, that's the fun of a live recording, is those mistakes. Everybody gets to see them. No big deal, though. Yeah, I'm in a cafe right now, and they have got the music cranked. And I think it's John Legend singing an impassioned love song, which is great because we're talking about our love of real estate. So there we go. Now, that military background, I think one of the things that's really unique about military is, my understanding is, you go through basic training, and, correct me if I'm wrong, Andrew, but a lot of people think basic training is like, a sergeant yelling at you while you do a bunch of push-ups. But that's just part of it. And what I understand in basic training is you learn all the basics so that you are just a more efficient human being. Everything from making your bed to shining your shoes to how to have a more efficient shower to how to brush your teeth to how to fold your newspaper. Like, is that a fair statement that in basic training they teach you all the basics of how to be a more effective, part of that machine?
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely not sort of what you see glorified in the movies. when you join the military, they take it upon themselves to hold like full liability for you. They don't put that liability on you. They hold it for you. So everything when it comes to, exactly like what you said, brushing your teeth, to doing your laundry, to making your bed and ironing your clothes and all that stuff, just the basic life skills, right? Because you got to imagine anybody for the most part can go into the military, depending on no matter what background they had or what their life experience is. So yeah, I'd say about a third or 2/3 of basic training is just adult training, really.
Yeah, so that's a funny thing for everybody watching. The reason I know that is I had another client where they, over the course of getting to know them, they told me about basic training, and I was like, oh, I thought you were doing push-ups and shooting guns, and you're actually just learning important fundamental skills that help you be more effective. So that's kind of one of the things that I think is going to be serving you, and that's caused you to be so effective as your realtor training and becoming a realtor is being able to do that. So, from that perspective, I want to give a few tips to the audience, because there's people listening right now who are thinking about getting their real estate license, or new realtors who are feeling a little lost. And so, I guess the first tip I'd ask you is, again, from that military perspective, like, what approach did you take to getting your real estate license, and what tips would you give people who are thinking about getting their real estate license?
Right. Okay. So, I guess the tips that I'd have to say, just from sort of a personal point of view with my journey is thinking about things that maybe you're not so comfortable with. Like when I joined the military, like just as a little bit of background for my personal existence, I had debilitating anxiety. I couldn't talk to anyone. I couldn't say anything. I couldn't, the only thing that I could do is do things. And I could do them and excel at a very high level. And I thought that's what they wanted. I thought that a good soldier was somebody who, was able to take orders, and, you say jump, I say how high. But what I didn't realize about the military is it's very much an interpersonal organization. So, it's no secret to anyone about the camaraderie and the sort of the brotherhood of the military. While being able to communicate, being able to influence, being able to be applicable to people, being able to sort of be, sell yourself to people essentially, and have them believe in you is sort of a key attribute of being successful in a large organization such as the military.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Well, and now that you're starting your initial training as a realtor at the Mogul team, and you're going through the training videos, training programs, workshops, all that kind of stuff, like what parallels are you seeing between being a functioning, and because you were a high level guy in the military, so like being a functioning part of that organization and being a functioning realtor, like what are some of the things that military has taught you for your realtor skills that you're starting to learn?
Well, definitely staying on top of your business. You definitely need to stay on top of your business with not only your business, it's your client's business, right? So you need to be more on top of your client's business than they are, and you need to be educating them along the process, right? So we talk about it all the time in our team meetings, is educating the clients and making sure that your expectations are set and they're understood by both parties. So I think sort of what that translates into is, good communication, being outgoing, holding yourself accountable. You need to be able to make those uncomfortable calls. So I think one of the biggest things is networking, right? But even within your personal sphere, like I'm not talking about going out and meeting strangers. I'm talking about being able to comfortably ask about potentially uncomfortable things to people in your life, right? Not everybody wants to talk to you about their finances, especially not your friends. Not everybody wants to talk to you about their real estate situation, especially not your friends or family, right? So just being able to apply yourself in a way makes it comfortable for them and in a way that they want to open up, and making sure that you hold that contact, that you're able to make those calls to people. I think that's a really important skill to be able to bring to the table.
Well, yeah, to talk in military terminology,
Yep.
if nobody wants to be a secret agent, and I find a lot of realtors start their careers as what we call a secret agent, which means you're keeping the fact that you're a real estate agent a secret. And, nobody's going to do business with you if they don't know you're in real estate. So you're absolutely right by saying, like, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to bug my friends and family, but your friends and family and your sphere and your past contacts, they're the ones that believe in you the most. And they're going to be the ones who are going to be the most excited to support you if they can. So, you've really got the right mindset there, in that, like, be the opposite of a secret agent. You want everybody to know you do real estate and that you're happy to help. Obviously, we're not trying to, like, pressure people or shove it down their throat. Like, if you're like, I'm in real estate, and they're like, whatever. Like, cool. Anyways, back to our regularly scheduled conversation about the Oilers. Like, that's fine. But yeah, you're absolutely right, Andrew, is that the more you own that identity as a real estate agent, and the more people know that you are a real estate agent, the more likely it is that opportunities to serve people and opportunities to help people with what's something really exciting, which is buying and investing in property, that'll come. So I want to transition, because I think we've had a really nice chat here. And I think it's actually very fascinating for the audience to get tips from that military background, because from basic training to just the structure of operating in a military unit as a team, like, boy, I wish I could send every real estate agent that joins the Mogul team to basic training. Just, even like a real estate basic training to, learn the fundamentals, just like from brushing your teeth to how to say hello on a phone call, like, it's such
I'd love to be their instructor as well.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and if anybody gives me back talk, I wouldn't mind telling them to do a couple of push-ups. I'll tell you that much. But let's kind of give a parting thought. Like, you've been through this journey. You have gone from a stable, productive career in the military, and a lot of people have stable, productive careers before real estate, to going through a course that is very challenging to complete, to now here you are in a role that is completely predicated on being productive. Like, real estate agents only earn income if they achieve the mission being help that client have a great real estate experience and buy a house. So what is, if you're going to give a parting tip, like somebody's like, Andrew, I'm thinking about starting this journey. I'm starting about thinking my career, and moving it into real estate. Like, you're just starting, but you've gone through a big part of the journey already. What tips would you give that person as a key takeaway, like an important thing to be mindful of?
Just be open-minded, try to learn, exercise all avenues of networking and, generating leads and stuff. Getting into whatever I do, I like to go in full force. I like to go in head first. I like to just learn everything. And then I sort of like to develop a plan from there, right? Sort of like information gathering. So if I was going to give a tip, it'd be to go in full force. Really soak in everything that you can from all angles, even the things that you're uncomfortable with. And these are things that I'm still actively doing right now. Like, as you know, I just got in the game. So I want to learn. And getting into real estate, the reason why I made the transition, is about lifestyle choice, lifestyle choices and freedom. Right. I think everybody sort of, you talk about real estate and everybody talks about the money. Nobody mentions that 98% of realtors fail in their first year. It's not about the money. It's about the lifestyle. And if you can hold yourself accountable, or if you can have an accountability partner within your organization, I think that's a major key takeaway is, holding yourself accountable and diving in head first. That's the tip that I'd give.
That's a great tip. You're absolutely right. Like, I tell people, you got to want it. And a lot of people think that because they like houses and because they're kind of personable, they're going to be great in real estate. But you got to want it. And part of what it means to want it is being able to hold yourself accountable to pushing yourself past your comfort zone, because very few people have it in their comfort zone to talk to a bunch of different people about real estate every single day. And if you can do that, if you just love real estate enough that all you want to talk about to anybody that will listen is real estate, real estate, real estate, you're on the right track. And Andrew, I know you're that kind of guy, which is why I'm so excited to work with you. So thanks for hopping on this broadcast. Again, everybody out there, new realtors, Andrew's doing it. You can do it too. And anybody that's thinking about getting their real estate license, that's some great perspective, Andrew, on what it's like getting your license and getting started. So thanks again for being on Tip Tuesday. Thanks for the tips. And I'm really looking forward to chatting with you again soon about being a part of the Mogul team and being a part of the real estate career.
Thanks so much, James. It's my pleasure. And take care.